Hi everybody, it's a beautiful evening here in Central Portugal. Welcome to my latest video. This one's a little different. This video sees me down at Sinead's place helping her out on a secret project. All will be revealed very soon, but it's going to completely change how she lives her life down there, and I'm very happy that I can give her a hand. My vision for us living here in the valley is helping each other out on various projects, and I'm more than happy to chip in where needed, and this project is gonna really, change her life, and I'm happy to help. So enough talking about the secret project. Let's get down to Sinead's place and let's get to work. So there's lots of action happening in the valley. The neighbors are out. Maybe you can hear the machines for picking the olives. They're going in the background, and Sinead's been out here hammering some stakes into the ground because she's got an exciting project just beginning, and I'm gonna help her out a little bit as we go. So my tool shed has long been forgotten and neglected, so I feel like it's time to start a second tool shed at Sinead's place. What have we got going on here?
I'm measuring out the foundation for what is going to be a very quick, easy shed. No fanning about.
I feel like we have very different working techniques.
I need a shed to put the solar system, and the solar system is going in this week, next week, so
a speed shed.
I'm under pressure.
All right, so
because I came up with this idea a few days ago.
And we need to get it in before you change your mind. So we're gonna mark out some foundations, dig down, put some sand in, I think some mortar, get these paving slabs down, and then we've got a prefab shed that's hopefully arriving over the weekend, maybe on Monday, and we'll stick it on the foundations. So let's get marking some stuff. So it looks mostly square. You happy?
Yeah, this is where I want it.
Is it a double door or a single door?
It's a double door. Yeah.
What am I doing? Using the fridge? Checking the solar. Stuff like that?
Stuff like that, stuff like that. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
So what's the next phase?
I'm going to re-research how to do this.
Good idea.
Ask the experts, and then I'm going to dig what they tell me to do. I'm just going to do what they tell me to do.
Okay.
They being the patio experts. Dig a hole, put some sand down, bit of cement.
Bish bash bash. Stick these on, and then shed.
How hard can it be? How hard can it be?
How hard could it be? Well, we accomplished making a square, so I feel like we're on track.
Yeah.
We got
a bit
this.
level. It's a little bit off, but I'll level that up.
This is where we're at, and I'll check in again very soon.
Yeah.
You excited for your shed?
Of course.
Excited for your solar?
But of course.
So Sinead is hard at work putting some sand into the future foundation, and now we're gonna go check out this sand pile she's had delivered because, oh, I can see it over there. She is ridiculous.
Sand for days.
Sand for a few days.
Sand for years, actually.
Sand for years. He said he'd bring a truckload. He didn't say it was an enormous truck, but there you go. It's quite a mountain.
So what do you think?
I reckon just dump it in, spread it around. What do you think?
No. What about putting down the thing dry?
Oh, about laying all the stones out first?
Laying it out dry, yeah.
I think that's also a good idea. So I'm just laying out the stones. Sinead's trying to get the sand level. And Max is her solar installer guy. And he's over there and they're having chats about where to put the actual structure. So that's pretty exciting. It's all happening over there. So, decisions being made?
Yes, yeah. Location of solar panels.
So that's all sorted?
Yeah.
Just up there.
Just there.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Are you excited?
Yeah, infrastructure, power.
It's got the power. Alright, first, shed. First we have the shed, then we get the power. What do you think of my temper?
This is actually really relaxing.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable.
I was doing this last night and I was like, oh, this is very therapeutic.
Sent you into meditation mode?
Yeah. But on the videos on my research, they just have a machine and it just
Far less relaxing, far less meditative.
yeah. They're missing out.
There. What's this technique?
This is another, it's called the shove it around builder's technique.
The shove it around move, eh? Does it also work in Irish dance form?
Actually, I could tamp down the shit out of this.
Go on, give it a temp.
No.
No?
I'm not feeling it today.
Okay. We can't always just have you
I'm
dance.
not feeling jiggy today.
Can't have you dance every time I have a whim for Irish dancing, I suppose. So,
Okay, I'm going to tamp it.
are we going to do the diagonal first?
Oh yeah.
So while Sinead is tamping, we've got Max and my friend Jimmy has appeared as well, who I didn't realize was working with him, so that's cool. And these guys are setting up the structure for the solar panels, which will be on the ground rather than on the roof of the future house. Who knows when that'll be finished. So this is a good, I think it's the permanent solution actually. Yeah, so let's see what they're up to. Check it out from the very start. So the yurt's over there, the house is there, and the solar is going right here. Hi Max.
Hello.
Hi Jimmy.
Yeah.
So these guys are working on the structure, yeah, for the panels? Alright, and then the wiring, and hopefully, pretty soon, the wires going to the shed we're working on, and a solar setup inside there. So, yeah, I guess enjoy your work day. We'll be over there. And now I'm making things awkward. So it's really nice to see all of this stuff going in. I put my solar stuff in about 3.5 years ago maybe, and yeah, it just seems like so long ago. So it's definitely an exciting moment in the off-grid journey when you get your solar stuff installed. So I'm excited to be able to see it all going up and help with this shed. And we're hoping the shed comes on Monday. God willing, the shed will come on Monday and we'll be ready for it, Sinead. She's tamping her little heart out over here.
This will be the base of all bases.
I think my tool shed base will be the base of all bases, let's be honest.
I 100% agree with that.
The bunker base. Alright, so less filming. I'm gonna actually do some work now. So she's a fine hole. It looks like the size is as expected, which is good because I do believe tape measures were used at some point.
Of course.
I think most people, Sinead just mentioned, might use such things like string lines. However, we are not most people, Sinead.
I think just thinking about the things that we could use is good enough.
Like knowing that they exist.
Knowing that they exist, acknowledging that they're great, and then carrying on as is.
Right. I think the fact that we're actually laying these down, and by we I mean you, before we're putting the mortar down is responsible.
Exactly.
That's a responsible life choice.
Yeah.
Make sure it all fits.
Yeah.
We're not using spacers per se, but we have a spacer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
We're using spacers.
Well, we're not using individual spacers that would stay in, but we know that they exist.
This is a sustainable way of building, actually.
And so while Sinead's laying all these down, I'm just prepping the materials. So I'm going to do a bunch of dry mixes. I filled that up with water, and then we'll be ready to lay these bad boys down. So I'm here working away on pre-mixes, and Sinead has been doing this. And it looks, I gotta say,
The final one, Kirsty. The final one.
it's looking glorious.
It is, isn't it?
Can we just leave it like this?
I mean, I had actually thought about doing that because I was being lazy.
Well, I've made all the premixes now, so
Good to go.
I think it's looking really nice. High five. What's the next step?
Next step, I think we do it in quarters. Except I have more than quarters. We'll do that, and then and then work out that way.
Do them in quarters, as in 4 at a time. I think so.
And then we have additional ones.
Does that seem reasonable, or does it seem smarter to do the edges? Like one, get it all straight, and then do one, get that all straight.
That actually makes more sense.
So should we do that?
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Sorry, I was being, creative builder.
You know what? Neither of us know what the heck we're doing.
No,
So
let's go with edges. That makes sense.
let's do that. All right. So I'm gonna keep doing the premixes. Are you gonna cut some spacers?
Yeah.
I feel like it's wise.
Yeah.
I feel like it's wise to use spacer technology. It exists.
Yeah, it is.
It's there for a reason.
It is.
Okay, you cut spacers, I'll do mixes, and then
Yeah.
I'll get these bad boys in place.
Let's do it.
Definitely too runny, but that's why I have the premix. So I've got the mixy mix. It's pretty stiff because this one here is our lowest point, and this whole thing isn't exactly level, so
It's not exactly level yet.
not exactly level-ish yet.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting technique. I like it.
This is another builder's technique I learned from myself.
Lovely.
Carry on.
So we'll start with this one here, and then we'll build. And by the time we get over here, these could be doing a little bit of levitating on the mortar. Quite possibly.
Maybe. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
So how are you feeling?
I'm very excited to get going on this. I'm very much of the attitude. I'm not a perfectionist. Sure, this is grand. This will do. As long as we have a sturdy foundation for my solar system to be housed in, I'm happy.
And you have me, the perfectionist, here to keep an eye to see that things don't get...
To rein me in, yeah.
Don't get too crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so less talking. Let's lay some stones.
Let's do it.
But before we get going, I just want to point out this multi-tool that Sinead is using here. It's actually a homemade chimney sweep.
Chimney sweep?
Yeah, with an olive rake on top. But now it's a water spreader. It's a fine tool. It's a fine tool. They're very expensive in these parts, so take care of it, Sinead. Ah! Look at that!
I know, that's how I roll. That's how I roll.
Good enough.
That's good enough to me.
All right. So this is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at. We've just got off of a little lunch break, and as you can see, you know, we've got levelness happening, but in order to get to the levelness,
we have craziness.
We have craziness. Where are we going? Where are we building to?
Unfortunately, or fortunately, if you're a stargazer, we're going to the sky.
We're going to the sky with this bad boy. So it's exciting times, and it seems like something exciting is happening over there, so I'm going to go say hi to these guys. So I have a tool battery delivery for them, and it gives me an excuse to go over and do some snooping, but it looks really cool from over here. So, you seeing the panels? Any thoughts? Just excitement.
Just it being power secure, you know, it's every woman's dream. Ooh, they're going in a lot more level.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're getting better at it.
Yeah.
And so this is where we're at after a couple of days waiting for the shed to arrive. Sinead had promised me that she wouldn't get started without me, but she just couldn't help herself. And it looks really cool. It's such an interesting way to build a shed. I've seen these things in the parking lots of the big box stores here in Portugal, and yeah, it just looks like a quick and easy way to put up a shed, which is the complete opposite of what I'm doing. And it looks like it's all sitting very nicely on our foundation. We were a little nervous about the flatness of it. It's definitely not as level as it could be, but everything seems to be sitting really nicely. So the sun is going down quickly. Sinead is busy with something else at the moment, so I don't think she's going to be able to sneak back and work on this anymore this evening. So I'm going to be down here bright and early tomorrow to help her out, even though it actually seems super straightforward. It looks like this shed is going up really quickly. She's only been working on it for about 20 minutes before she had to stop. But it's really cool. I'm a fan. It definitely is inspiration for my own tool shed. It definitely does make me question, what the heck am I doing? Why didn't I just buy one? But that's not the way I do things. I like to build with natural materials, even though wood is, I suppose, natural material. But this shed cost about 900 euros. So with all said and done, this is probably going to be a little more expensive than my shed, especially when you include the foundation costs as well. But it's going to go up a lot more quickly. We did the foundation part in maybe about 4 or 5 hours total without knowing what we were doing. And as you can see, this is already going up really quickly. And the way it works is just really easy to assemble. So together tomorrow, Sinead and I should have this thing finished pretty quickly. So I was all set to say goodbye from this video, but I just remembered that I haven't shown you the completed solar array thing that Max and Jimmy were putting together, and it looks pretty cool. So I don't know the specs of Sinead's system, We'll chat to her in the next video about all of the details, but I think everything's looking really nice, and I thought I would go over, show you the final installation, and then we could end the video after that. I just think the light at this time of day is so beautiful, just as the sun is going down. I really do like the winter in Portugal. Sinead still has her compost toilet and shower in this little stone building. It's a great building. She hasn't decided what she wants to use it for in the future, and I do believe it's getting a little chilly out for her to be having showers outside, but she's pretty tough, so she might stick with it for a while. And then over here we've got the solar panels. So let me scramble down this bank, scramble up the other side, and give you a closer look. All right, and here we are in all its glory. So I really don't know much about solar systems, but I do know that this one has 6 panels, and I know this because I can see 6 panels on the frame there. And that's about the extent of my knowledge on the system, so we'll chat with Sinead more about it in the next video. Chances are the shed will be in and the wiring will be done, and hopefully she'll have the power up and running by the time I publish my next video. Hi there, little guy. What's happening? Come for a visit, have you? So one thing that Max has told us is that this enormous fig tree needs a prune. You can see that the sun is quite low in the sky over there, but it still is sunny, and it's not actually hitting the panels fully because of the tree. So I'm gonna get the tool of joy on a stick out, and I'm gonna do my best along with Sinead to prune this beast of a tree down. It needs some love and attention. It actually was pruned last year quite hard, but it's come back with a vengeance. Luckily though, the fig branches that we chop off, they're great as kindling for fires, so it's just a great way to reuse everything. What do you think? What do you think about that? So, enough babbling on, enough talking to cats, enough talking about fig trees. It's time to say goodbye from this video, from this cool new setup. We've got the shed going in, and just lots of exciting things happening over here that I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. So thanks for watching the video. There's lots going on, lots of stuff is happening. We've got a super busy week, and I'll share the rest of the shed build in the next video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.